Hey y'all, I am back. This will be the last word that I post today, I believe, but I never know. He could surprise me. We'll see. but with this word, just like with any word, of course, always take it to God, sit with Him in your own relationship, in your own personal relationship, and allow Him to minister to you and speak to you personally. And know the season that you're in, but who this is for. This is, again, continuing on what God has been speaking over the last few weeks at this point now. For those of you that are walking into your marriage season or that have just stepped into it, you should know without a doubt, because God personally has shown you this and spoken this to you. So for those of you that this is for, I passed a truck this morning that stuck out to me that said, "Control your concrete." And it stuck out to me. I wrote it in my notes and I didn't really pay much attention to it for a little bit, but then I felt led to look up, like, what is the meaning of concrete? Like, what is it used for? Like, what is it? And I found that it said it plays a crucial role in the foundation design due to its numerous attributes. Its compressive strength makes it ideal for bearing heavy loads, a fundamental requirement for foundations. Concrete's durability ensures longevity of the structure given the foundation's constant exposure to soil and moisture. Opposition is what I gathered from that. So, control your concrete. Now, control means to regulate, to have power over, to rule. Now, as I really started sitting with this. I pretty much sat with it all day. I was sitting at the pool with my kids, and he was kind of continuing to give me more revelation on this. And what I gathered was two different scenarios, actually. The first scenario, concrete is a very important part of a foundation. Foundation is built on things like trust and communication. Concrete bears heavy loads and ensures longevity of structure, being the foundation's constant exposure to opposition. Concrete is the strength of the foundation. Concrete is the mental, emotional state, right? Foundation is the trust. So here's different types of foundation found in a relationship, right? The foundation of a relationship can be built on trust, mutual respect, communication, compromise, empathy, kindness, dependability, safety and security, non-judgmental, no judgment, love and appreciation, admiration, attraction and connection, willingness to work out issues, etc. Now, concrete is the strength to put these things into action. No matter the weather or conditions, be strong enough to regulate, have power over these areas, putting them into action no matter what the conditions are. For where I am taking you, you have to have the strength, the mental stability, emotional stability, the mental emotional strength to bear the loads of opposition, weathery conditions in order to keep a solid, secure foundation with your significant other in this marriage season. By doing so, you can and will keep and ensure the longevity of this foundation marriage relationship. And this could actually go for any relationship in your life, but specifically God is speaking heavily in the last few weeks on this marriage season. And at this point, he's now giving instruction on what to do stepping into this marriage season, in the beginning stages of this, coming together and birthing and delivering this thing. So then he gave me another perspective. The strength of your connection to Christ, your connection is your strength for the foundation. You will ensure that you can weather any storm or opposition that you may face. Control, regulate your connection with God. Keep a strong connection with God in order to keep and maintain and secure a long-lasting foundation. God is the foundation of this new marriage that is taking place. He is center. He's unlike previously in this relationship. If this is someone you were standing for and were with previously, this relationship may not have been built with God being in the center and being the foundation. But now that you two have come in alignment and agreement with this, he is now going to be the center of this relationship and marriage, and he will be the foundation. And in order to keep and secure that strong foundation with God, you have to maintain your connection with him, your relationship with him. You have to have a strong connection with God in order to maintain and secure a long-lasting foundation. Christ being the foundation of your marriage will ensure a long-lasting, secure marriage. Keep your connection with Christ strong to ensure a strong, long-lasting foundation in your marriage or in life in general. I hope and pray that makes sense, but to the people that it's for, you will have ears to hear. Another thing I noticed when I was at the pool was 3 white birds flying together. And one of the birds was in front. And the other 2 were following. And it was just going around, flying around. But that one bird was in front and the other 2 birds were following behind. And that represented to me God driving this thing. God is the one who is driving and directing this thing, this relationship, this marriage. And as long as you two are keeping your connection with him strong, prioritizing your connection with him, he's driving you two in the right direction, and where you need to go and what you need to do. And you will in turn have a solid foundation by centering him in the middle of you two. Kind of like the pyramid reference. You two are here, God is right here, keeping you two together and secure. And it brought me back to a dream that I actually had a few weeks ago. In this dream, I went to the beach with family, and there was a restaurant next to the beach. Well, as we were walking, my phone got thrown into the water and it got buried under the sand. And then I had to tell everyone to go ahead and go eat, that I had to get my phone and I needed to go dry the phone out to get the water out of it so that it would work again. With that being said, when I went to look for my phone, I was looking through the water, I found it. And I noticed that the water was super clear too, by the way. This was a very pretty beach. I looked straight into the water and I saw my phone buried in the sand, but it was kind of sticking out a little bit. Well, when I was sitting with him earlier, when he brought this dream back to my mind, he brought to mind the phrase to bury your head in the sand. And to bury your head in the sand means to refuse to see a problem that you don't want to acknowledge or confront. A beach, biblically, is a place of transformation, spiritual revelation, and rest and peace. The water represents God's grace and mercy that washes over us and cleanses us over and over again, kind of as the waves hit and crash at shore over and over again. And a phone represents a source of connection. So with all of that being said, in the dream, the family represents distractions, okay? And being around certain people, just certain distractions can cause your connection with God to be buried in the sand, where your connection then weakens and you kind of lose the ability to be able to hear and see God's revelation, which in turn can delay your growth and transformation. So be careful with distractions and just being around people that God may lead you to not be around, because that again can and especially in this time, this is a very crucial time for you to be alone with God, seeking him for instruction and guidance, and just it's a very crucial time to be giving God your alone time with him, because there's specific instructions, specific things that he is trying to help you prepare for this marriage. And again, with your obedience and keeping your connection with him strong, and ridding yourself of the things that he needs to rid you of before this thing comes to pass, the quicker you get these things done and get your house in order and get the things done that he needs you to get done to prepare, the quicker this baby gets delivered, this promise gets delivered. And I had seen the number today several times on several different things. The number 701 I was seeing a lot. And in the Strongs, it means to be pleasing, to be fit, satisfactory, acceptable, desirable, things that are pleasing. You need to be doing things right now that are pleasing in God's eyes, and ridding yourself of anything else that is the opposite of that. And this comes with a song. I was at the store and the song Mirrors was on, and I wasn't really paying attention to it. Mirrors by Justin Timberlake. But then I certain words started to stick out to me and I started listening. Well, when I left, I came home, I looked up the lyrics and I listened to it a few times. I'm like, wow. So God has been speaking on this a lot. I've mentioned this in several words that I've posted. Your spouse mirrors you and you mirror your spouse, but because they are learning from you, it is important for you to stay in alignment, because they're mirroring your walk. Chances are you were more spiritually mature, and you're on meat and they are on milk. So this is the lyrics. It says, "Aren't you something to admire? 'Cause your shine is something like a mirror. God's light is shining through you onto them, and they are reflecting that. But if your connection with God is weakening, that light isn't going to be shining as bright. So you need to be sure that they are able to see that light shining through you. They admire you." And it says, "And I can't help but to notice you reflect this heart of mine. If you ever feel alone and the glare makes me hard to find, just know that I am always parallel on the other side. 'Cause with your hand and my hand, a pocket full of soul, I can tell you there is no place we couldn't go. As long as you two are standing hand in hand with the Lord, being in the center and driving this thing, there's nothing y'all can't do or accomplish together. Nothing can tear you apart, and there is nothing that y'all can't do. Like, y'all are strong together as long as God is in the center of it." It says, "Just put your hand on the glass. I'll be trying to pull you through. You just got to be strong. Keep that connection strong. Keep that mental headspace, your mental state, your emotional state strong." They're saying, "Because I don't want to lose you now. I'm looking right at the other half of me." They know that you are their other half now. Their eyes are open. They're in alignment. And they know they don't want to lose you. They need you to stay strong. They are mirroring you. So if you, and like I said, well, God was speaking in a word that I released a few days back. If you are feeling heavy and weighted down, then they're feeling that too. You gotta stay strong and keep yourself uplifted and just allowing God's light to shine through you, and they will follow. The vacancy that sat in my heart is a space that now you hold. Show me how to fight for now. Again, they are doing as you do. You are helping, and aside from God, you are helping lead them up and guiding them up next to God. And it says, and I'll tell you, baby, it was easy coming back to you once I figured it all out. Like now they know their thoughts are aligned. They can see clearly, the scales have fallen, and now they can see who you are and who you are to them. And you were right here all along. Like they realize now that it was always you. It's always been you. It is you. It's like you're my mirror staring back at me. Again, they reflect you, just as you reflect them. And now it's clear as this promise that we're making, two reflections into one, the promise to reflect two in one. You are now, since you two are now in alignment with this promise, with this marriage, with God's will, you are becoming one. He said, the lyrics say, aren't you something and original? Because it doesn't really seem as simple. And I can't help but stare because I see truth somewhere in your eyes. God, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. They see the truth. They see God's light shining in and through you. Also, your eyes are the windows to your soul, they say. Like, I say a lot about what's going on in there. And they can see God's light shining through you. And especially, you can just tell in people's eyes. You can see the Holy Spirit glow through their eyes. You can tell a lot by someone's eyes. And it says, and I can't ever change without you. You reflect me, and I love that about you. Again, with your walk, you are their other half. God created you for them. Were created to help them and lead and guide them and help them change and transform. Of course, God does that work, but you help assist in that process. There are things that you have taught them, and that you will continue to teach them. That's what you're there for. You're a helpmate. And let's see. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Yesterday's history. All of the old is gone. And tomorrow is, the new beginnings. And like I've been saying, God's been saying tomorrow a lot, but I have not believed it to be a literal tomorrow. I just believe it to be in the sense of a seasonal change tomorrow. But yesterday is history. Yesterday's gone, and each day also is a new day. It says, keep your eyes on me because I don't want to lose you now. Keep your eyes on God. Both of you, keep your eyes on God, and you will stay on a strong, secure foundation. The 3-strand cord. It says, you are the love of my life. Now you are the inspiration for this precious song. Now I say goodbye to the old me. It's already gone. The old them, the old life, it's gone. It's passed away. All of the old is gone. You're walking into new. It's new. They have a renewed mind, a renewed heart. renewed perspective, a renewed outlook. Everything is new, and the old them, the old ways, the old, just all of it, the old is gone and the new is here. I can't wait to get you home, just to let you know, you are the love of my life. They can't wait to get home to you. They're coming quickly. They're coming in hot. And that is the word. So again, take everything back to God. Know the season that you're in, and, take it and sit with God and allow him to minister to you and confirm to you, give you clarity and stuff in your own personal relationship with him. But I do pray that this gets to who it needs to get to at the right time. I pray that it helped encourage you, give you clarity, encouragement, and all of the things. And if y'all feel led to sow, I'll put the information in the description. I'll never ask for it, but God has led me recently to just start adding that to my videos. And if he leads you to, then absolutely, I encourage it. Obedience, is always encouraged, but it's not necessary, and I don't ask for it. So I do appreciate every seed that is sown. I appreciate all of your sweet, kind comments. And I guess I will be back soon whenever the Lord releases me to come back with another word. Okay, bye.